Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Last time out we were looking at mass transit, trying to get things around the transportation system fixed up around the different cities in preparation for the Great Lakes and to drive more traffic all the way to the railway stations. In today's episode we're going to be looking a little bit more on this, but this time focusing on the railways themselves. We're going to be starting off by fixing up this junction. I have a few ideas, so we'll see if we can fix up this junction to ensure that we don't have too much in the way of traffic, ensuring a freer movement along this route coming into Chicago and out of Chicago. We're also going to hopefully set up the Great Lakes trains. We'll set up the Great Lakes trains, see how they run, and we might look at upgrading a couple of trains here and there, but definitely are looking at setting up that Great Lakes line. So make sure you tune in for the next 25 to 30 minutes for a fun-filled episode, hopefully, maybe not, you never know, of Transport Fever. Alright, so we're going to start over on this place right here, as you can see, and the first thing I think we should do is, I feel that a tunnel is a good idea here, because take a look at that, and we have nothing apart from the two lines that need to go across this way. Now those two lines crossing cause traffic jams going both in and out of Chicago. If we were to stop that by tunneling this or bridging it, and bridging it would be very interesting. We'd need a bridge as high as that and then over and around. I think bridging's probably a bad idea, so tunneling would be the one that we want to do. So if we were to tunnel this, I think we might actually end up with freer movement. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Now the only concern I have currently is that we've got this extra line coming out this way. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing with that, but I'm sure we can find some use for it fairly soon. So let's go ahead and no, we've got plenty of space to tunnel. That's alright. Don't need to worry about this. Okay. So we're going to ensure that we start tunneling, I'd say, just after this signal. We can start going into the tunnel there. We'll cut all that. Now everything else still does follow the route as expected. And then I suppose we've got to delete that and that, that and that. Now this is where it's going to get interesting, because we've got this extra bit of track I don't know what to do with. So I'm just going to pull that track back to about there for now, and we're going to ignore that track completely. So here we go. That's brilliant. Great start. Get rid of that. We don't need it. We know what we're taking where. And now it says collision. Collision with what? Alright. Let's see. Just after the waypoint then. How do you like... you seem to like that, don't you? Could we widen it? There we go. Gives us a bit more space. That signal is just a little close, but I could bring it in a tiny amount. There we go. So a train would stop there and another train would go in there. That seems to work for me. I'm going to set that to no. And then we're going to take this part back and essentially give us a little bit more space. And this is where we're going to start tunneling. So how far is it going to be for a tunnel? Right, it's not going to tunnel as quickly as I thought it might. If we started making just a steeper decline. That's not too steep. Yes, I think we could. That's surely going to tunnel. It tunnels exactly where I was hoping. Okay, good. So all we need to do is ensure that it enters the tunnel at the right point, which is there. As long as it enters the tunnel there, we can then delete this section and level it out. No, we're not going up. Oh, we could go up. Cool. I suppose we could immediately do a gentle upward gradient? Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? So a good start to what we want to happen. Now, does that seem to work okay? Or could we pull this slightly further back? How much further back could we pull it? I don't think we can pull it any further back. That is pretty much where we're going to have to go with this. You know what? In all honesty, it's not that steep. That really isn't that steep for an approach. That's fairly good. And then I suppose we could just clean this area up. I'd like to clean that line up. Clean that area up. That line can get cleaned up. And I suppose we could clean that up. There we go. That was easy. And the trains go underneath. Easy, piece of cake. And now that has pretty much cleared the approach for us. So we're not going to have trains waiting to cross over. Oh, sorry, I should say that's cleared the departures. And we did have a problem with departures, remember? So that should fix all that issue. Awesome. Job done on that front. Okay, next up, could that be a screenshot already? Autosave. Well, it's telling me it wants to do something, obviously. I mean, that's definitely a change. Definitely a change there. I think that's gone well. I think I've just made a mistake. There we go. I think that's gone very well. Okay. See, now this is the interesting part. This could actually now, if we really wanted to, we could have this go along there and then curve off in a completely different direction. If we really, really wanted to. Obviously, there's no viable direction for it to go. Well, actually there is. We could connect this up to this line if we really wanted, if we really needed to. If we really needed to, we could have that swing out in this direction to join up to the Indianapolis line. But we're not going to do that. We don't need that line working at all at this moment in time. So we've done that. Next up is, I did forget to add bus stops to Milwaukee, so we're going to do that. Let's go for those. So we just need to add, I suppose, I need to ease the congestion. Let's do, I'm always going to put these doubles in now because of the mess up I made last time. We'll do that. I suppose we could stick a couple there. Put, we've got a loading bay there. Now that's sort of in the way, I suppose. Although I suppose we could put it there. There. Now that's getting a little bit in towards the city. But it does allow us to grow Milwaukee that way. So we could go here and then in, yeah, I think through there and then around. Yeah, look, if we were to put a bus stop, here, okay, and then I suppose we've got to demolish this part of section of road, and we'll do that. Construction not possible. Construction is possible. Look at that. Look at that road. That's an awesome road. Great start. Good. Even do that. That would be interesting. I kind of want to do that. Not tiny. Small. There you go. Done. That might actually grow. Yeah, you might actually get something growing around there. But there we go. So that's that. Let's set that bus route up. So new route. Again in the standard colours. And we're going for... what was it? PSH... Milwaukee. How do you always... Milwaukee. No, that's not right. Milwaukee. There we go. That works. Now we don't have a station for this. That's the only other thing. I'm going to get rid of that. We do need a station, and I think that a bus station could really... Since we're not going to get much more traffic going through this place, I think having a bus station sit... Ooh. Do you think I wonder? I could. That's an interesting place to sit a bus station, but the point is it manages to connect. There you go. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's get this going. There. That's one. That one. That's one. Go in through there. No, don't go. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Then now we could do another on this side, and then loop it back. If we have a bus station, yeah, let's do that. It might help. So we'll add one more bus station area. There we go. We'll go there. Okay. And then, is it down here? Down there. Sure? I feel like that's doing more of a loop than it's absolutely necessary. If we change William Street to that might help the loop. That's a better loop. There we go. And then it goes back into that point, and then that's probably, yeah, there. Yep, that works. That's a citywide. Good. And then I can bring up now for Milwaukee. We're going to go for, I think we're going to go for, well, obviously the fish bowls. But the color we're going to go for is, I think we've not had this color, so we're going to do that. And I'll do that. PSH Milwaukee. There you go. So at least that's done. So now we've got the extra buses there too. So we've got the new junction, the extra buses. That's two great things complete. Now to check all of these lines. Here comes the difficult part. We started this already, but now I need to check. What's that? No. Is there a way to... Yeah, I suppose let's check each one of these trains first of all. There we go. Almost every single train is full, aside from this one. Why are you not full? You might just be picking up passengers. Alright, so you're in Buffalo. We need to fix that. Obviously, all the trains are old. That's going to be something that's going to change soon. But all those trains are full. Okay. So that's a good sign on this end. Indianapolis, very busy. Cincinnati, very busy. Columbus, very busy. Okay, this, I have a feeling... this is not so busy. That's the only one that's not so busy. That's right up to Buffalo. But everything on that side is really busy along the Pennsylvania main line. So that's something that I've got to take into consideration. Now we've got these trains. These trains are essentially empty. They're not very busy at all, these trains. Now I feel like if we had them stopping in Cincinnati, That's going to change things a lot. Yeah, I think that's going to change things a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add Cincinnati back in on these trains. And again, I don't think there is... Look, if we go here, there's not... Yeah, there's not much waiting there. Nothing waiting there, although there is a train there that's just leaving with 52 passengers. That's probably the most full train we have. So no, yeah, I didn't want to have this train stopping in Cincinnati, because then all it means is that it just skips Indianapolis and it skips Pittsburgh, which I suppose is no bad thing, because Cincinnati and Columbus are hubs, whilst Indianapolis and Pittsburgh are not. So that isn't too bad a thing. So let's see. Okay, let's bring it back in. Let's bring it back into Cincinnati. Naperville. Yeah, after that, I want you to stop your train here. There you go. And then on the way back, where's Cincinnati waypoint? On that side. Okay. So after that, I need you to stop there. That should change things. Okay. Is there a way for me to clean this up? With these trains going across? Again, the same fashion, we could do tunnels going in. That's another possibility. Have a tunnel. See, so what we would do is that instead of this joining up like this, it would peel off here, already tunnel, go right underneath, and then just pop up on this side. And because this is downhill, as you can see, the idea of having it tunnel might be more appealing. Interesting. Yeah, let's do more tunnels. I'm going to save that, even though it did an autosave, I am going to save that right there. So let's tunnel this, and that's important, because one of the Great Lakes trains are going to be using this track, aren't they? Hold on. There you go. The Great Lakes clockwise is going to be using that track. There it is. So if we can get that to tunnel and go underneath and avoid all of this, that would be really, really helpful. Right, so how are we going to do this? Then that's going to go that way. That's going to be deleted. That's going to just go that way. Okay. So if we were to... that, there we go. That's wrong. That's wrong on very, very many levels. Can you just not connect as I would want it to connect? No, apparently it just doesn't like doing that. I don't want a 37. No. I suppose I could flatten this? Can we get completely flat? Yep, okay, we can. That would help. I mean, it's not perfectly flat, but it's only one level gradient now as opposed to going up and down. So that could help the junction out. 90 miles an hour? Sure. That does not help the junction out whatsoever. Alright. This looks flat. That is fairly flat, isn't it? Yeah, I suppose that's going to have to do. That will have to do. Okay, so these trains now go this way. And now at this point... okay, no. We're going to immediately peel them off after the bridge. So from the bridge, they're going to start peeling off. There we go. And start dipping down. How long does it take to get into a tunnel? A very long time. How long does it take to get into a tunnel this way? Not so long. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do the exact same thing. I'd rather it was going like that, but... There we go. Then we're going to delete that section. So we know it's going to tunnel at that point. There we go. We know that's tunneled. Okay. Now all we need to do is figure out how to get it over on this side. Not sure. Not sure at all. That's only that end line is the only one that goes... What else runs on this end line? Yeah, that end line is literally going into the tunnel only. So, if I were to play this... Get you out of the way... Okay, so that's basically that is out the way now. What I want is I want this line to no longer exist. I should clear up this entire section. There you go. So those trains can now just pass through freely. But what I need this to do is I need this to stay low. So at the moment it climbs. You can see that climb. So we want this to actually not even stay low. We want it to start dipping immediately. Really? Is that all you need for a tunnel? Alright, well, let's just see. I'll take that. And then I want to see what happens if I try and connect it there. That's it. That's exactly what I wanted. The other one's climbed. This one goes into a tunnel. Smooth that out. Perfect. And then go along this side. Smooth that out. Fast forward this a little bit more. Check the junction now. There you go. That goes underneath. We'll stick a signal, just in case. We can stick a signal there. And I suppose it's probably now a good idea to bring this signal forward to there, as this part of the track is no longer necessary. Yeah, that part of the track is no longer necessary. There you go, that's gone. That's pretty good, I think. I don't think I've messed up any other lines. No, all the lines are fine. Look, that one goes exactly where I want it to go, underneath perfectly, and we can even stick more signals in this, so we don't have to worry anymore. So that's coming out of the station, it's fine. We can stick a signal, let's see, in the tunnel, but nope, that's the wrong way. Yep, bring that back. That's not right. That's not right at all. No. This was working. Maybe we can just bring it out from that side now. Okay, well, we can take that. I don't mind that. In fact, I suppose that looks a little bit nicer in some ways. Yeah, that does actually look nicer, so we'll go for that. We'll definitely go for that, and then we'll stick a signal right there. So at least we don't have to mess around with the signals. Go out on this side. We've got a signal there. I suppose we could have another signal there. So that gives us plenty of options to get trains in. In fact, we could fit 1, 2, 3 trains in that section. So we've got 3 blocks. We could fit 3 trains in, which is that's a really good thing. Okay. So that's that part done. So that's another tunnel in place. I wonder where else we could put tunnels. Since we're doing this, it seems to be tunneling track is the episode. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. We're just tunneling track. Alright, could we dare? No, that's not going to happen. Tunneling under that for the freight. That's not going to happen at all. Or is it? Bring it across there through a tunnel. Or a bridge. Or a bridge. Look, if that had a climb from there, climb, 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 over, descent, 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 into... Alright, just out of curiosity, how would this track look? So it'd be like that, and we'd have it climbing, which I don't think it's going to climb nearly enough. It does at full whack. At that point it does have the climb power. But I suppose that that would be a full train. We want that on the opposite side. So we could have it cross at that point, but then from here it goes autosave. It goes autosave. That means we've only got a couple of minutes left in this episode. Could have it do a full whack climb. Look at that. Could do that, pass it over. That way that keeps this part clean, and we know that we've been struggling with this, and I have a feeling the moment we add the next route in, that's going to struggle quite significantly. So let's do that to end this episode. So we're going to, let's see. We're going to remove all of this up to that point. We'll sort that out after. We'll remove all of this up to that point. Okay, good. And now we essentially start the climb. Okay, so now the moment it becomes a bridge, I need to just establish some sort of height. The moment I've got a decent height, I sort of like how that would look, although the box girder looks better in my opinion. Alright, let's do this. So where's it supposed to go? It's supposed to go there. Now, how high does it need to be? I know that there's a mod for this flying junction thing, or whatever it's called. I've got it, but I don't know how to use it. Right. No. Run alongside. Look at that. It's actually much higher than I need it to be. So we're going to bring that back just a smidge. Tell me that's high enough. No. Alright, well. Maybe that's high enough? Tell me that's high enough. Ooh. Still higher than I'd want it. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, the last episode, the current episode was all about tunneling. So we've got tunnels in this episode. We've put 2 new tunnels in to rework 2 approaches and 2 departures. 2 approaches, 2 departures we've managed to fix up to ensure that that's going to be much better on traffic. What I think we can do... Who are you? Oh yeah, no path, you're fine. In the next video, what we can do is we'll do bridges. That's what we'll do. So we had tunneling track. Next video will be bridging track, and that should be more than enough, definitely more than enough track fixing to ensure that we've got a much more efficient system. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think, and don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated, and I am looking at adding more and more rewards for you guys in a number of other things, so I'd love to hear your feedback on that if you become a supporter. Also, don't forget to check me out on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/ECGadget. I have started streaming, and seems to be going decently well, and there are some very interesting streams going on, things that I don't play on YouTube, and yeah, it seems to be much better, and I do want to get Patrons involved on that too. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys next time in Transport Fever Series 2, The Great Lakes.